Hey everyone. Now I've got one of these NUC computers here, just a little small computer, and I plan on using Windows on this for my music machine just to give it a go. Now it comes with Windows pre-installed, so I don't have a copy of Windows, but in the future I may muck around with Linux, or I might want to start fresh with Windows again. So what I'm going to do is a backup of this hard drive here and just put it on my server for safekeeping. So the way I'm going to do that is use a live distro of Debian, and just do a DD copy of this over the network. So I'll do that now. Okay, so I'll start it up and I've got the USB stick in there, and it just comes up with the Debian installer. So I just go to the live install and boot up from that USB stick. Alright, now I've just put simple screen recorder on so you can see this. So what I'll do is show you the device, NVMe star. Okay, so the first one is just the host itself. Then I've got the actual hard drive. So the namespace here means that hard drive. And these here are partitions on it. So as you can see, it's got 4 partitions. What I'll do is I'll install gparted and show you that visually. Okay, so that's what we've got there, 4 partitions and a bit of space. What I'm going to do is back up this whole thing bit for bit over the network. So sudo apt install nfs common, just so this can be an NFS client to my server. Okay, so I'll just call it server. And what I want to do is mount the server. 243, 5 there. Now I'm going to put a colon after that. So what I need to do is a good old square brackets. Mount storage, just a hard drive there, and I'll mount that to server here. Type NFS. Okay, so now when I go to my server directory, I'm actually on the server. So I'm going to send the backup into here. So what I'll do is sudo dd data duplicator, and the input file is going to be that device NVMe 0, and it's going to be N1, just the whole drive itself. The output file will be, well, where I currently am, and I'm just going to call it NUC backup. And block size equals 4 meg, status equals progress. And off it goes. And that will take a while. Now I've just stopped that because, to tell you the truth, I've already copied it over there. And the disk size is about 250 gig, I think it was. So that would, at the moment, take that much space up on my server, which I don't want to do because most of it's empty. So what I want to do is just zip that up. So the bit I copied in just a few minutes was already 23 gig. And as I said, the whole disk is going to be 250 gig or something. Now I don't want all that space being taken up on the server for basically an empty hard drive. So I just did a Gzip on it, and it ended up being 5.5 gig. So that's the whole 250 gig hard drive image, which most of it's blank obviously, so it's zipped up pretty well. So there's my backup for if I want to restore this in the future. So now I've just turned it on without that USB Debian in there, and it just boots up with the Windows that it came with. I've just taken the network cable out just to go through some setup. Now I'll go through this setup and set up the machine for my music programs. Okay, so I've made the backup, but I haven't yet proved that I can copy it back onto that hard drive and boot it up again, but it should be right because it's a bit for bit copy. I'm not going to do that and test it in case I do blow it away, but it's just something to have on the hard drive there, waiting for one day when I might want to go back to a fresh install of Windows. If it doesn't work, well, I'll just put Linux on. Alright, I've now got my music set up here with that big monitor that you saw before. The piano mixer all set up next to the real piano, and all ready to go. Anyway, that'll do for now. Till next time, take it easy.